Welcome to Mount Pleasant, Michigan, and the home of the Central Michigan Chippewas, and it looks as if we are due for a full house as we have a terrific game in store. Today, an intra-conference battle between a couple of MAC rivals. As we'll see, the Toledo Rockets taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Central Michigan Chippewas. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Chippewas will kick it away to start. Here's the return from inside his 10. So Toledo's offense will be first on the attack. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Here's the handoff. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Royer. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down conversion.
And the Rockets in a good spot here with 2nd and short.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
This is an offense, guys, that really believes in physicality, and that's their identity. So running the ball on 2nd down, no problem for them.
The Rockets are moving quickly down the field. Quarterback on the keeper. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Rides the back on the option, the give. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The offense stays on the field. Opening drive still in their own. territory, they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. The Chippewas offense has its first opportunity of the day. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main. Right, speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead, and it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to... Well, they had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start.
Breaks into the open. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. And the Chippewas come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll keep it himself. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They run the reverse. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Everybody loves those trick plays, man, those misdirections. But the problem is when you stay home and you play the play really disciplined and sound like this defense does, you knock it dead. And a lot of times for a loss and put... in a bomb.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Offense will try to get some momentum going on 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. Picks up the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Chippewas kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Pressure coming. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, this quarterback's already taken a couple shots from the pocket, and there's another one right there that affected his accuracy on that throw.
On the option. Now the toss. And that one will go and reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football. Playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being
deep shot for the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. Not a particularly long kick from 36 yards out, but he'll have to guide it in from the left hash. Field goal is good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Finds his big tight end. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
Wants to throw on third. Sets up the screen. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, guys, and Central Michigan has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Finds the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Off play action. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Finds him out of the backfield. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Central Michigan takes over, and we'll get another look at this offense. Tight end now in motion. Looking for room. It's Isaac. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. And the Chippewas really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. The option look. Now the pitch. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
And the offense on that option play, they're just thinking we're going to use our speed to our advantage, and we're just going to outflank you easily and pick up this first down on 3rd and short. But how about the defense? Everybody's staying home. You saw the speed and their ability to get outside and get a stop, now setting up 4th down.
Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. Toledo has the ball. Here comes the offense. Looking to throw on 1st down. Trying to set up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. And the Rockets trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Safe completion on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back picked off. What a play to set him up. And they'll get him down after a solid return. Well, this drive probably will help them pile up yards, but they could get points quickly, starting it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Fights off the defender. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. One back in the backfield and they'll give it to him. He's going for the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Central Michigan. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Rockets' offense is back on the field. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Give to the running back. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
And I expect them after that incompletion to go for it here on 4th down again. I know they're in their own end of the field right now, but we talked to the coaching staff coming into this one. They said, we are going to be aggressive no matter what. We haven't seen the punter in this game yet for them, and I don't think you're going to see him here either.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. That's caught. It's Humphries. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Rockets have it with a 1st and 10. Got a little space. And I think they'll give him 2 on... Second and 8 coming up.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Line is set on 3rd down. Sends it back in motion. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the 1st. Fires to the wideout. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position. This offense has it with really good field position. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage, tried to put a little move on him, and it didn't help much. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, running back on the move. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. Trying to escape and get it himself. The last thing you need is this guy getting knocked around. Wisely avoids the hit with the slide. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. It is good! And that lead grows even bigger.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in Mount Pleasant today, and welcome into the halftime update. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Kelly Shorts Stadium.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Central Michigan has it back. Let's see what the Chippewas can do on offense. They'll run the option. The give to the back. Hard running there. Nice move to pick up yardage. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that, and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the first down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. Lining up from the 34 on first down. He'll do it himself. There he goes. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Chips. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He's out of bounds at the 24, probably looking for a little more on that return, but that's where his offense will go to work. Guys, let's see what Toledo can get done on offense this time. Here comes the heat. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Rockets now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it set up on the outside. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end. Great place to start for this offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes the grab. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it. The Chippewas look to do some damage in the red zone. The run from the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
It's caught. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. And the Chippewas line it up with a 1st and goal. They want to run this quarterback. Touchdown, Chippewas! And the route is on.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Toledo, 0.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Toledo has the ball. Here comes the offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Humphries. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. The Rockets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wants to keep it in the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Royer. Turns it on in midfield. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. Shut down and shut out in the 1st half, but finally this offense trying to put something together. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Royer. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. And the Rockets can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Rushes on him. Finds his back in the middle. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Rockets! Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. They'll run the counter. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Now back to the line. Hand off from the shotgun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And
I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Punt is on its way. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. The Rockets offense is back on the field. Quarterback on the keeper. Jukes his way for more. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4. Back to pass. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll go back to the ground. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll run play action. Makes the catch. It's Royer. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Rockets are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Leaves it with the back. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Line getting set on 2nd down. He'll keep it himself. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Grab near the sticks. It's Humphries. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. Power football with the run. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And into the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Toledo.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, we've got a final to let you know about, a game happening inside the ACC today. Pittsburgh came through with a lunch pail hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And I guess it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won. And the fact, this wasn't ever really in question. One team will rise in the ACC standings, while the other is going to sink like a stone. The harsh reality of college football when conference foes face off, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting 1st down, so you have to be able to run.
And they're kind of going to their closer now, right? Like they give it to the physical guy that gets downhill, north-south, right away, hard to tackle, falls forward, paving holes, and this is a good opportunity for this offense to keep pounding and try to run that clock out.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. With With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight.